Okay, can you guys hear me? Hello? Hello?
Please carry on.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So let's continue. You can write or you can begin your introduction for the analysis type of questions, okay, with these things. You can use the or these for singular visual information, okay, একটা graph বা একটা pie chart. You can use the অথবা these or multiple যদি থাকে আপনাদের সেক্ষেত্রে you can use the and these, okay.
These.
Is that exactly? Then take a look. I left a blank space here, figure type, okay. So we are going to talk about what you can put in this blank space figure type. Then you are going to put a verb, okay. After that you are going to include the time frame if provided in the question. প্রশ্নে দেওয়া থাকলে সেই ক্ষেত্রে time frame, oh sorry, between verb and time frame you're going to put the topic of the visual information, okay. Is this visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is a simple strategy that you can use to paraphrase any kind of introduction of any visual information analyzing questions, okay. So let's get down to what do we mean by these things: figure type, verb, topic, time frame, okay. How to include these informations in our instruction. For example, figure type, okay. Let's talk about what do we mean by this word figure type, okay. So figure type means আপনার প্রশ্নের যে ফিগারটা আছে, যে specific visual information that you have been provided with, the name of that figure, okay. For example, it can be a line graph, okay, or it can be a bar graph, or it can be, for example, perhaps a column graph, okay. Similar to bar graphs, column graph, or it can be, for example, a pie chart, like we said. It can be a pie chart, or it can be perhaps a diagram, okay, diagram, or it can be a map, or it can be a flow chart, okay. All of these fall under the category of diagram, okay. Diagrams, map, flow charts, okay. Then perhaps it can be a table, okay. Okay, allow me a moment. Okay, so whatever kind of visual information you have been provided with or presented with, just put the name of that specific figure in this space, okay. For example, if you are provided with something like this, okay, what is the name of this figure? Can anyone tell me? Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Rafat, I cannot hear you well. There may be some connectivity issues on your end, okay. Alex, can you hear Rafat clearly, Alex? Hello, Alex, can you hear me?
At this moment. Yeah, maybe net issues.
Okay, Alex, can you hear me? Hello, Alex. Okay, Rafat, can you hear if Alex is responding or not? I cannot hear him. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. So let's get back to the whiteboard.
Maybe today Alex having problem.
Okay, is the screen whiteboard visible to everyone?
Sorry, sir.
Is the whiteboard visible to everyone?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so then what we were discussing, let's get back to it. Where were we? Okay, so we were talking about how to write or how to give an introduction, okay, for your answer that you are writing to analyze a visual information, okay, giving an
Yeah.
sorry, introduction. Okay, so the basic strategy that we said you can use to give a very good introduction, to paraphrase the introduction effectively, is, for example, then you can also write these, or you can also write these for multiple things. Okay, then you put
Yeah.
the figure type, a blank space. We kept a blank space here, meaning just put the specific name of the figure type in this blank space. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, then the topic. Okay, and lastly, if provided in the question, include the time frame as well. Okay, so this is your basic strategy that you can use to write an effective introduction. Now let's talk about what we mean by these things. Figure types, we have already talked about this, but let's revisit what we talked about. Figure type, okay, means the names of the specific figure. Okay, for example, it can be a line graph. Okay, we have already talked about this. To expand this, it can be a line graph or a bar graph. Okay, all of these will fall under the category of graphs. Okay, line graph, bar graph, column graph, all of these will fall under the which category? Can anyone tell me?
Sorry.
All of these questions, line graph, bar graph, column graph, all of these questions will fall under the category of what? Which type of questions? We just said.
The introduction.
Okay, so pay close
Sentence.
attention. Kindly pay close attention to the class. Okay, we just say that line graph, bar graph, and column graph, all of these will fall under the category of graphs. Okay, any kind of graph will include one of these three or a combination of these three. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Then, for example, you might be given a
Actually, sir, sometimes the connection is dropping.
okay, because this is a very common thing in our country. Okay, the network or the connections are quite turbulent and shaky.
Yeah. Yeah. Network
So,
issues always.
okay. Okay, so then after that, you may be presented with a pie chart, and after that, you may be presented with a diagram, or for example, a map, or perhaps a flow chart. Okay, flow chart, or
Yes.
maybe also a table. Okay, So all of these diagram, map, flowchart, all of these fall under the category of diagrams. Okay, and these are graphs. All of these are graphs and pie chart and table. Okay, so now let's say if you are given something like this. Okay, let's say you are given something like this. So what would be the figure type for this one? Can anyone tell me?
Is it flow chart?
No, this is a line graph.
Line graph, sir.
Exactly. This is a line graph. Okay. Then this is a bar graph. Okay. If it is vertical, this is a column graph. Okay.
Okay.
And this is a pie chart. Okay. Looks like a pizza and divided up into several sections.
Yeah.
And a map might be a map of a university or of a factory or of a park. Okay. And a table is simply a table. You are already familiar with what a table looks like. Okay. So the specific type of question that you have been provided with, just put that name in this space. Okay. If you are provided with this question, what would be the figure type? Can anyone tell me? Hello, can you guys hear me?
Chart, this line chart.
Exactly. This line chart or line graph. Okay. Very good. So how about this one? How about this one?
Which one, sir?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you clearly.
This is bar chart, bar
Very
diagram.
good. Bar graph, not diagram, bar graph. Okay. Or bar chart. If in the question it is say chart, you convert it to graph. Okay. প্রশ্নে chart বলা থাকলে আপনি graph লিখবেন. Is that clear?
Okay.
But pie chart টা pie chart ই রাখতে পারেন. Pie chart টা pie graph না. Is that clear to you?
Okay.
Okay. So আপনাদের প্রশ্নে যেটা বলা যেই ফিগারটা থাকবে তার নামটা জাস্ট এই পজিশনে বসিয়ে দিবেন. Is that clear now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Okay, now let's talk about the verbs. Okay, after the figure type, we're going to have to put a verb here. Okay, in our introduction. So now let's talk about the verbs. Okay, so what are the verbs that we can use for writing our introduction? Okay, sorry. তো আমাদের প্রশ্নে যে ফিগার গুলো থাকবে সেগুলো আমাদের তারা আসলে কি করবে, they will show some information to us, right? তারা আমাদের কিছু তথ্য ইনফরমেশন দেখাবে. So your verbs would be for the action of showing. Okay, দেখানোর যে verb, এই দেখানো কাজটার যে verb সেটা হয়ে যাবে. For example, shows. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
But if the question already uses the verb shows, you need to paraphrase. You are learning how to paraphrase the instruction of the question, right? So you cannot use the same verb that the question has already used. প্রশ্নে যদি already shows বলা থাকে, you need to change it to a synonymous verb. Okay. So instead of writing shows, you can write displays. Okay. Also, you can write illustrate. Exactly. Or you can write depict.
Yes.
Okay. You can
Sir,
write represents as
represent.
well. Very good. Represents. Okay. You can also write demonstrates. Okay. Demonstrates.
Yes.
So these are some synonymous verbs that you can use alternatively, interchangeably. Okay. Odol bodol kore interchange kore apnara use korte parben. If one is used in the question, convert it to another synonymous verb. Okay. You can also, there is another verb that you can use, but that is a bit limited. Okay, lists. Take a look here. Lists. This verb is only limited for the tables. Okay, only for tables, not for anything else. Is that clear to everyone?
Yeah.
You cannot say the map list, or you cannot say the pie chart list.
Only
Okay,
for tables.
exactly.
The table
But-
list.
Exactly, but the all of the other verbs you can use for all of the figure types. Is that clear to everyone?
Oh,
Okay. Now let's come to the
yeah.
okay. Now let's come to the topic. So the topic would be the specific topic would be the information that the figure is showing you. Okay. For example, perhaps if you are given a graph of a city or a country's population, the topic would be population of that country. Okay. প্রশ্নের নির্দেশনাটা পড়ে প্রশ্নের ফিগারটা দেখলে আপনারা বুঝতে পারবেন যে টপিকটা কি। Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So kindly be mindful that main paraphrasing টা হবে আপনাদের টপিকে গিয়ে। Okay. You will have to do most of the paraphrasing with the topic. Okay. So we'll come to that in a moment. Now let's talk about the time frame.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, ধরুন আপনাদের একটা গ্রাফ দেওয়া আছে। For example, this is a graph. Let's make it maybe column graph. Okay. Let's make it a column graph perhaps. This is maybe a column graph, and the column graph maybe is of the population, like we said. Okay, population. Okay. Now, the population of the city or of the country that this graph is representing. Now there is a time frame has been included. Perhaps there has been a time frame included in this graph. For example, perhaps the first graph is for 1990, and the second one is for maybe 2000. Okay, so these are the time frames that have been included in your visual information. Okay, একটা শহর বা একটা দেশ বা একটা এলাকার জনসংখ্যার একটা গ্রাফ দেওয়া আছে, but with the time frame. Okay, so like we said, if included in the question, you have to, if provided in the question, you have to include the time frame in your introduction as well. Okay, so now let's see some of the expressions or strategies that you can use to talk about the time frames that have been provided with in the questions. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, then let's talk about which strategies we can use to include the time frame in our introduction if provided in the question. যদি প্রশ্নে দেওয়া থাকে, and keep in mind that you do not need to write anything, or you do not need to include anything that is not provided in the question. প্রশ্নে দেওয়া নেই এমন কোনো কিছুই include করবেন না. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, সেটা হলো এই ভিজুয়াল যে অ্যানালিসিস যে কোশ্চেন গুলো সেগুলোর ক্ষেত্রে। ওকে, সো ফর এক্সাম্পল এখন এই টাইম ফ্রেম বলার আপনাদের দুইটা ভিন্ন পদ্ধতি আছে। The first one is looking at the entire time that has passed. Completely কত সময় পার হয়ে গিয়েছে? Can anyone tell me the entire time that has passed for this figure? What is the entire duration that has passed for this example? What is the entire duration of time? Can anyone tell me?
Sir, this column graph.
No, not the introduction. I'm asking, what is the entire duration of time that has passed? মোট কতটুকু সময়?
10 years. 10
Exactly.
years, sir.
10 years.
Exactly. 10 years, right? So that is the first
Yes.
strategy. That is the first strategy that you can use to talk about or to include the time frame. You can talk about the entire time that has passed, entire duration of the time. Okay. For example, in this case, a total of 10 years has passed, right?
Yes.
So that is the first strategy. Now you can include that information, okay, by using these strategies. For example, we left a blank here, period, okay. Take a look. In this blank, you are going to put that entire duration of time. For example, what would be in this blank here for this example?
Duration, should I say?
What is the duration of time that has passed?
10 years. 10.
So put that in this blank here.
Okay, 10 years.
Over a 10-year period, okay? Is that clear to everyone?
Can
Yes,
you
sir.
repeat, sir? I'm so
Over
sorry.
a 10-year period. You just put the entire duration of time that has passed in
Okay,
this blank.
okay, okay. Over 10 years period. Yeah.
Over a 10-year period, singular, not plural.
Okay, over a 10 years period.
10-year, not years.
Okay, 10 year.
Exactly. Okay. You can also say the same exact thing but differently with a different expression. For example, you can say over a period of. Now you can put the duration
Period
at
of
the
10.
10 years.
10
Okay.
year. Okay.
In this case, it would be plural. Okay. If you put
Okay.
the time, if you put the time duration, if you put the duration of time before the word period, make it singular. Keep in mind.
Yes,
Keep that in
understood.
mind. Okay. If you put the duration of time that has passed before the word period, keep it singular. But if you put it after the word period, make it plural. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. For example, over a 7-month period, over a period of 7 months. Okay.
Yes.
Over a 3-week period, over a period of 3 weeks. Is that clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, for example, you can also use a synonym here. Instead of saying period, you can also say span. Okay. Over a span of 10 years.
Span, yeah.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. So these are two strategies that you can use to talk about the entirety of the time that has passed. Okay. Totally কতটুক সময় অতিবাহিত হয়েছে যদি সেটা প্রশ্নে দেওয়া থাকে, you can use these strategies. Okay. Now let's take a look at this time frame again. Are we including the specific beginning point or the specific ending point in these two strategies? Can you guys hear me?
Hello?
Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let's take a look at the second strategy. Can anyone tell me if we are including the specific start and the end point of that time frame in these two strategies? Are we including the specific start and end of the 10-year period? Hello, can everyone hear me?
Sir, didn't get the question.
Okay,
Didn't get the
so
question.
if you do not understand, kindly ask questions, okay? Because otherwise I
Yeah,
will
yeah,
not
sure.
be able to know whether or not you are
Yes.
understanding the question or understanding the concept. Okay, so আমি বলছি যে
Right.
এই প্রথম যে দুইটা স্ট্র্যাটেজি আমরা দিয়েছি, এই দুটো স্ট্র্যাটেজিতে এই 10 বছর যে একটা উইন্ডো, একটা 10 বছরের স্প্যান পিরিয়ড, এখন এই 10 বছরটা কোথায় শুরু হচ্ছে আর কোথায় গিয়ে শেষ হচ্ছে সেটা কি আমরা বলছি, ইনক্লুড করছি?
No, sir.
এক্স্যাক্টলি, রাফাত আপনি কি বুঝতে পারছেন?
Yes, sir.
আমরা জাস্ট বলছি ওভারঅল টোটালি 10 বছর পার হয়েছে, এখন এই 10 বছরটা কত সাল থেকে নিয়ে কত সালের 10 বছর, এই স্পেসিফিক স্টার্টিং পয়েন্ট এবং এন্ড পয়েন্ট কি আমরা বলছি এই স্ট্র্যাটেজি গুলোতে?
না স্যার।
No, obviously no, right?
স্যার।
Yeah.
So that is your second strategy that you can use by including the specific starting and the end point of the time frame. Is that clear
sir.
now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can include the specific starting and the end point by using these strategies. Okay. From, oh, sorry.
2.
হ্যাঁ, 2 সেটা আমরা সেকেন্ডারি রাখি, তার আগে ফর এক্সাম্পল মেবি you can use
Between, sir.
exactly between
Between and.
একটা blank and another blank. Okay, let me expand this. Okay, so for the first blank after the word between you put the starting point of the time frame. Okay, for example, what is the starting point of this time frame?
1990.
1990, right? And what is the
Yeah.
ending point of this time frame?
2000.
2000.
2000.
Now the sentence or the expression would be between 1990 and 2000.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, this is maybe April and this is maybe July. So between April and July, starting point as
July.
well as the end point. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And the second strategy that you can also use to give the specific starting point and the end point of a time frame is from and to. Okay, from এবং to দিয়েও বলতে পারেন, for example from 1990 to 2000. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
From January to March, between January and March. Okay,
Yeah.
is that clear to everyone now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the second strategy that you can use to talk about the time frame if provided in the question, যদি প্রশ্নে দেওয়া থাকে, otherwise আমরা নিজেরা তো আর বানিয়ে কিছু লিখতে পারবো না। ওকে, so
Yeah.
these are the basic two strategies that you can use to talk about the time frame of a figure. Okay, you can separately use the expressions to talk about the total time that has passed, or you can use the expressions to include the beginning and the end point of the time frame. Also, there is a third strategy that you can use to talk about time frames. You can now mix and match both of these strategies. Okay, for example, over a 10-year period between 1990 and 2000, over a period of 10 years from 1990 and 2000. Okay, over a period of 10 years between 1990 and 2000. You can mix and match both of these two strategies
Yeah.
together. Okay,
Okay.
but keep in mind that you have to take one expression for each of these two strategies if you wish to make mix. Okay, you cannot take both of these strategies and mix them together over a period of 10 years, over a 10-year period. You cannot take both of these two strategies and mix them together. Okay, because they are of the same type. Okay,
Yeah.
you have to take one to talk about the entirety of the time, as well as you have to take taking one for the beginning and ending of the time frame. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, so now try and write an introduction for this example graph that we have given here. Okay,
Okay.
so okay, allow me a moment to write an introduction for this graph that we have drawn here. Okay, sorry. Okay, now once you're finished writing, kindly respond and we will discuss it one by one. Okay,
Sir,
Yes.
sir, just check what I wrote. The
Yes,
bar
kind-
diagram represents over a 10-year period between 1990 and 2000.
Okay, but you missed the topic. What is the topic of this example? All of the other things you wrote was very good, but this is a must. Okay, you have to include the topic.
Sir, can you repeat, sir?
Of course, please.
Repeat the question, please.
Oh, you missed this part. Can you see the red dot?
Yeah, topic.
Exactly. So what is the topic of this example? Hello, Rafat, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What is the topic of this example? What is the topic?
Entire 10 years.
No, that is the time frame. Like we said a bit earlier, kindly pay attention, okay? The topic is
Sorry, sir.
what information you are being shown, okay? কিসের উপরে আপনাকে তথ্য দেখানো হচ্ছে বা দেওয়া হচ্ছে? এই ফিগারটা দিয়ে আপনাকে কিসের তথ্য দেওয়া হচ্ছে? That is your topic.
Population.
Exactly, changes in population, right?
Okay.
Okay, so now,
The bar diagram represents
okay, take it from the top.
Changing population.
Alex, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Kindly share with us.
Sir, can you repeat, sir?
Okay, okay, kindly.
Please, sir, can I say?
Okay,
I have written.
okay, please wait a moment.
The
Okay.
bar diagram
Hello, Rafat.
represents. Yes, sir.
Okay, continue. Okay, continue. No problem, continue.
Okay. The bar diagram represents changing population over a 10-year period between 1990 and 2000.
Very good,
Is it correct?
very good. Then Alex, kindly share yours with us.
This column graph shows change in population from 1999 to 2000.
Very good. Okay, very good. So these are some strategies that you can use to paraphrase any types of visual information analyzing question. Is that clear to everyone?
Changes
Yes.
population.
Okay, now like we said, the main paraphrasing happens in the topic part. Okay, because on your question or your exam, the topic would not be so simple as this one. Okay, changes in population or education rate. Okay, on your exam the topic would not be so simple. Okay, so you need to be prepared to face a quite complex topic. Okay, for example, let's write a similar topic here to show that how you can paraphrase those topics. Okay, because the topics would be much more complex than what we have done today, because this is your very basic and simple topic for the example to clear the concept. Okay, so allow me a moment to clear this out. Then perhaps I can give another topic here. Okay. So now take a look. We have made the topic a bit more complex now, right?
Yeah.
But it is not very difficult to paraphrase such long topics. Why? Because you do not need to change every single words of the instruction of the question. Okay? প্রত্যেকটা শব্দ ধরে ধরে আপনাদের পাল্টাতে হবে না. You change maybe 3 to 4 words tops. Okay? Maximum 3 to 4 words আপনারা পাল্টাতে পারবেন. That will be more than enough to write an effective and appropriate introduction. Okay? 2 to 3 words is more than enough to change. Is that clear to everyone? Synonyms use করবেন, চেঞ্জ করে দিবেন। সর্বোচ্চ 2 থেকে 3টা, ঊর্ধ্বে গেলে ম্যাক্সিমাম 4টা ওয়ার্ড। More than enough হবে আপনাদের প্যারাফ্রেজিং করার জন্য। Okay? Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now then paraphrase this introduction. Okay? Write an introduction based on this topic.
স্যার কি এই প্যারাফ্রেজটা নিয়ে কি এখন বলবো?
জি, এক্স্যাক্টলি। এখন এই এক্সাম্পলটা নিয়ে বলুন। Okay?
স্যার frequency of eating at a fast food.
Oh, sorry. This is maybe we will not need the A. Okay.
Sir, can I write having or consuming instead of eating?
Of course, because you are expected to use synonymous words. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Paraphrasing. What is paraphrasing? What do you understand by paraphrasing? Can you tell me?
So, like, মানে ভেঙে লেখা, ভেঙে
No.
নতুন করে লেখা।
Exactly. Saying the same thing but in a different way. Okay.
Yeah, it should be a same, but yeah,
The meaning should be the same, but the words or the
Same, yes.
expressions that use or the sentence, the structure of the sentence that you use, it should be different. Okay.
okay.
Okay. And that is why we were saying that you do not need to change every single word of the instruction. Okay. প্রত্যেকটা শব্দ পাল্টাতে হবে না। Maximum 2 to 3 words are more than enough to change. Okay. Okay. So kindly write this introduction and share it with us. Kindly respond if you're done, and then we are going to discuss one by one. Okay, are you guys done? Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay, are you done? Are you guys finished? Why isn't anyone responding?
The displays so in the junk food student room.
Hello, are you guys done? Why isn't anyone responding?
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, are you guys done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Rafat, how about you? Okay,
Sir,
Alex,
should I change the frequency?
that depends, that completely depends on you. Okay, if
Okay.
you wish, you can change, but keep an eye out for the meaning. Okay, you cannot change the meaning of the sentence.
Going slay.
Oh,
Okay, then Alex, if you are done, kindly share your introduction with us.
This column graph displays frequently people in America at in junk food restaurants from 99 to 2000.
Very good. But since you used frequently, put the word how before the word frequently. Okay, how frequently people in America? কত নিয়মিত কত ঘন ঘন okay
Sure.
okay so very good. Rafat, how about you?
sir, writing.
Okay, so Alex, you changed this thing, people in the USA, you changed the USA into America, right? So এটাই দেখেন আপনাদের অ্যালেক্স, আপনি কিন্তু খুব বেশি পাল্টান নাই, ঠিক আছে? You did not change something.
ফাস্ট ফুডের জায়গায় আবার জাঙ্ক ফুড বলছিলাম তো।
Exactly, ঠিক আছে?
নিশ্চয়।
তাহলে মোট কয়টা হলো? Only 3. That is more than enough, okay?
নিশ্চয়।
বুঝতে পারছেন? Rafat, how about you? Can you please share your introduction with us?
Sir, can you give me 2 minutes?
Okay.
স্যার আবার তো এখানে পিপলের জায়গায় সিটিজেন দেওয়া যেতে পারে।
হ্যাঁ, সিটিজেনটা দেওয়া যায়, কিন্তু সিটিজেন উড বি a bit limited, okay? Because people, citizen যেটা সেটা আমরা বুঝি নাগরিক, okay? But people means all of the people that live in that country. They may not be the citizens of the country, okay?
স্যার।
Immigrants থাকতে পারে, প্রবাসী যারা। Okay, so citizens would be a bit limited here.
Sir, can you check
Yes, Rafat, kindly share with us.
how the USA people having the junk food?
Okay. Let me interrupt. Complete the entire introduction. Okay.
দা কলম গ্যাপ থেকে শুরু হবে।
Exactly. Figure types, verbs, topics, time frame. Include all of that in your introduction. Okay.
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 Should I start from the
Of course. Take it from the
way I
top.
said
Okay.
that
Take it from the top.
the bar diagram represents changing?
No. What is the topic now?
No, I didn't get, sir.
Exactly. Hello, Rafat. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you done with writing your introduction?
Sir, I didn't get actually.
What didn't you get?
The introduction. I
This
mean,
is
are
this
you
is
talking
the
about the overall?
Exactly, the complete introduction, not only the topic. Okay.
Okay.
The topic is a single part of the introduction that you are going to write. Okay. And we were discussing just now that the topic will not be so simple in your main exam. In your original exam, sorry.
Sorry, sir, I didn't get. I didn't hear actually. Maybe net issues. That is
Okay,
why.
I was saying that the topic is only a single part of the introduction that you are going to write. Okay. The main paraphrasing occurs in the topic. However, that is only a single part of the introduction. Okay, there are several other things that you need to include to write an appropriate introduction. Okay, so these are the strategies that you will use to give an introduction. Okay, then now complete the entire introduction.
Okay. Yeah, the bar diagram represents or displays the frequency of having fast food. No, wait. Sir, give me 2 minutes. I understood now.
Okay, and make another correction in your introduction. The figure type would not be bar diagram. Okay, bar graph or bar chart. Okay, because the diagram is a completely separate
bar
figure
graph.
type. Exactly.
Okay, graph.
If it is said on the question, the word graph is said, then you convert it, you change it to chart. Okay. Okay, then complete your introduction and kindly share it with us.
Okay, the bar graph represents or displays frequency of having how the USA people having the junk food repeated between 1990 to between
2000
between 1990 and 2000.
Exactly, and not to, because to
and
used with from. Okay. Okay. So that is the basic strategy that you can follow to give an appropriate introduction. Okay. Simply paraphrasing the instruction of the question. Okay. For example, the bar chart illustrates how frequently the American people ate at fast food restaurants. Okay. Over a period of 10 years from 1990 to 2000. Okay. Or people in the USA. Okay. People in America. The American people. Okay. The people of America. Okay. Now take a look. We are not changing not many that not that many words. Okay, maybe 3 to 4 words were changing, but
Changing, yeah.
exactly, but the expressions are changing along with the words that we are changing. Okay, we are not changing that
Yeah,
many
yeah.
words, but we are effectively paraphrasing the introduction. Is that clear to everyone?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
খুব বেশি ওয়ার্ড কিন্তু আমাদের পাল্টাতে হচ্ছে না, কিন্তু তারপরও
No.
আমাদের প্যারাফ্রেজিংটা কিন্তু খুবই ইফেক্টিভলি হচ্ছে। Okay, so this
Yeah.
is the basic strategy that you can use to paraphrase the introduction. And keep in mind that if the time frame is not provided in the question, you do not need to include this part. Okay, the topic would be the
Okay.
ending of your sentence. Is that clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, কারণ প্রশ্নে যেটা না দেওয়া থাকবে আমরা কিন্তু সেটা চাইলেও দিতে পারবো না, so that is
Yeah.
important to keep in mind. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and kindly attend the classes regularly and on time. Okay, because there are a lot of
Inshallah.
topics, inshallah, and because there are a lot of topics that we need to cover. Okay, so
Yes.
this way we will fall behind. Okay, if we do not
Yes.
complete our discussions every day. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then do you guys have any questions or confusions regarding today's session?
No, no.
স্যার
Ji,
এখানে যে মানে দা ডায়াগ্রাম বা পাই চার্টের পরে ডিসপ্লে বা শোজ এরপরে হাউ ফ্রিকোয়েন্টলি মানে হাউটা কেন আসলো?
কত ঘন ঘন, you are changing this word frequency into frequently. Okay,
জি,
বুঝতে পারছেন?
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা।
Sir,
That's right.
instead of frequently, can I write repeated?
Repeatedly you can write.
Okay.
Okay, you can write repeatedly.
Yeah. Repeatedly, yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Okay, then any more questions or confusions you guys have? Any further
No, sir.
questions?
Thank you so much for this session. It's really very fruitful for me.
Okay.
And I want to be very perfect in writing strategies because writing strategies, actually I'm weak in writing.
Okay, so no problem. Attend the classes regularly, and that weakness will not be there for longer. Okay, not be there for long.
Inshallah.
বেশি দিন সেখানে থাকবে না ওই উইকনেসটা। ওকে,
Yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
sir, one more thing, ask
Yes.
other students to speak English.
Sorry, I could not understand your question.
Ask other students,
Okay,
those who are with us,
okay.
ask them speak English.
Oh,
I
okay,
mean communication.
okay, okay. That is not a mandatory thing, because a person may not feel comfortable yet to communicate in English. So that is the personal preference of that person. We cannot force anyone to do something that they do not want to do. But
But sir, we have to force. We have
no.
to force.
এখানে যে
As
বিষয়টা,
I'm a teacher,
okay,
sir, as I'm a teacher, I must force to speak English.
okay, so
Because
there are some things
everything
there.
whatever we are doing, we will do everything is in English. So
Okay.
it's better to speak English.
It is better to speak English, okay, but it is depending on the
Yes.
person. Okay, it
See,
is
the
also
person is saying
dependent on the
pie
person.
chart, but he's pronouncing phi. What is the meaning of phi? Phi is another thing.
Okay, so that is not our, okay, so that is not our objective to judge anyone at this moment. Okay, we will
No,
not
no, no,
judge
never,
any
never.
person. Okay, we are not going to
But
judge
you
anyone
know,
based on their
sir.
lackings or shortcomings. Okay, let me finish.
No,
will
we
not-
cannot judge.
Okay, let me finish first. We will not judge anyone depending on their lackings or shortcomings that they may have. Okay, because nobody is perfect.
Yes, of
No
course, sir.
human
Nobody is
being,
perfect. But
no human
if
being.
we if
Okay,
we
let me
if
kindly let me
we
finish.
practice, sir,
Exactly.
we can be,
Kindly let me finish. Rafat,
because practice
kindly
makes a
let me
man
finish.
perfect.
Miss Rafat, kindly let me finish. Okay.
Yes.
Like I was saying, no human being on this planet is perfect. Nor you, nor I.
Yes,
Okay.
of course. Yes,
So
of course.
we cannot force others to become like someone we wish them to become like. Okay. আমরা অন্য কাউকে আমাদের মন মতো পরিবর্তন করতে ফোর্স করতে পারি না। If it is that person's wish to develop themselves or to improve themselves, okay, they are more than welcome to share their opinions with us or share their opinions in whichever language they prefer. Okay, but we cannot force anyone. We can encourage people to try to communicate in English, but this is not mandatory right now. Okay, in the exam it will be mandatory for you to write in English, or speaking test you have to talk in English, but during our classes or sessions, if you wish to speak in English, you are more than welcome to speak in English and communicate in English. But since this is our learning phase, we cannot force anyone to communicate or to speak in English if they are not comfortable yet, or if they are not confident enough yet right now. Okay, we can encourage people, we can encourage our students to speak in English, but we cannot force every single person here that they have to speak in English. Okay, not at this phase, not at the learning phase. Okay, is that clear to you? Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so do you guys have any further questions or confusions regarding to this session?
স্যার রেস্টুরেন্টের সিনোনিয়াম কি আর ব্যবহার করা যেতে পারে?
Restaurants, you can use, but they will be limited. Okay, because restaurants are very specific types of places that you can go and eat. Because if you use cafe here, that would not be appropriate. Okay, because
Yes, sir.
cafes are maybe generally for coffees or teas or soft drinks. Okay, exactly.
হোটেল, স্যার হোটেল?
Hotel you can also use, but hotels are limited to, for example, maybe accommodation যে আমাদের বিষয়টা থাকে, living যে facilities থাকে, okay, সেটার ক্ষেত্রেও it can also mean those kinds of things. তো সেটা আমাদের একটু that will be a bit limited. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so any further questions or confusions?
No, sir.
Okay, Rafat, how about you? Do you have any further confusions or questions regarding to this session?
No.
Okay, then practice this and review these strategies at home. Okay, I'll try to send some questions, such questions to you in your group, so that you can practice writing these introductions at home. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so practice this and review these strategies at home. And if you do not have any confusions or questions regarding to this session, we are going to conclude today's session here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.